guys, how's it going? Today is going to be awesome. I've got a big silly grin across my face because I'm about to try that incredible Mercedes GTR. I've come down here because Raz, or Rockin' on Instagram, has also got an incredible YouTube channel called Remove Before Race, which is both factual, funny, comical, and I only discovered it a few days ago, and it's honestly genuinely top-notch stuff. So I'm going to put links to both of those below in the description box. But more about today. I'm about to go out on that. Never driven one before, and I can't wait. It's just an absolute beast. Got two here, in fact, which you probably noticed because that's just not normal. We've got a very sort of a comfort version or a standard version, and then we've got Raz's more race car version. And what I mean by that is it's got the carbon ceramic brakes, it's got the race seats, it's got 4-point harness, it's got lots of nice bits of carbon inside, and I think I've covered pretty much everything there. He's got the option wheels in there as well, the slightly different design, but I'm not going to go too much into the technical parts of it. Watch his channel for all of that because he's a proper Mercedes or AMG geek. I will just tell you about how it drives, and yeah, I just can't wait. I'm literally shaking. I'm so excited. Right, first 100 yards in a brand new Mercedes GTR. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to speak in this video. I'm so happy to be in this thing. It is mega. What an event. I've just had to realise the dimensions of it, find out how wide it is just to navigate out of a tightish driveway. Well, it wasn't tight when I drove my 4 Series in there, but coming back out in this thing, it seemed like the gates had shrunk because it is so wide. You might have noticed we're following another identical, or pretty much identical, at least in colour, Mercedes GTR in front that Raz is driving, and I'm in Raz's actual car. So what a legend, what an absolute legend. I just feel very blessed to be in this thing. It's not every day you get offered the chance to drive one of these cars. I don't know what I'd do if I was standing on the side of the road and I saw 2 hell green GTRs driving past. I would literally take my phone out and take pictures of them. And we've got behind, I haven't even mentioned, we've got stunning SLS in iridium silver. There you go. I was speaking to Raz earlier on about this car, and we're just, you know, he was saying it's a proper Jekyll and Hyde car, but also that it does such a good job of being a daily. I mean, okay, aside from having to put these harnesses on, I mean, there are normal belts in here, and getting in and out, it's a lot easier than getting in and out of a carbon type McLaren or, you know, cars like that. It's still not the easiest car to get in and out, especially with the bucket seats, but you could definitely use this every day. And I'm sure you'd get very used to the dimensions of it. It's like when I pick up Rolls Royce for London Fashion Week, the first hour and those things are a little bit intimidating, but then you realise that actually they're not really much bigger than a long wheelbase 7 or an S-Class. So nice. The wheel, the paddles feel good. The shape of everything, just the cabin. It just feels so special in here. And every time I look in my rear view mirror, all I can see is that green cage, which just reminds me, and an SLS as well. I can see a green cage, a wing, and an SLS. Yes, 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 yes. Oh no. Right, we're pulling over now. We're actually going to be shooting Raz's video. So like I said before, you got to watch that because that's going to be 100 million times better than this, and much more detailed. But I just wanted to capture this first drive really of this car because, like I said, it doesn't happen every day.
Just got up, something's wrong. I waited up with wounds on my feet. Where will you be? Flickering through memories, the Polaroids yellowed in the sun, longing to be seen. So come and hide, hide with me, hide with me, hide with me.
Just mega, 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 mega. It's so good, it's depressing, and I got that feeling when I tried the GT4, because the GT4 was just so good and I knew that I'd probably never be able to afford one, and with this I most definitely will never be able to afford one, and I'm so grateful that I got to drive it and I'm driving it now. I mean, I just want to savor the moment, and I've kind of run out of words to say. I don't want to ruin the experience, you know. It's like we do with our phones these days, and anything we have to capture it on Instagram or whatever, and a lot of the time you miss the feeling and the experience of being whatever it is, a football match or being at the F1, because you're too busy filming. And I can talk because I film everything, but with this it's just I'm enjoying every second of this drive, like every single second. My heart is, I'm doing cardio in the car now, like literally. I know that sounds a bit wrong, but I am. I'm literally, my heart's going, and oh, you'd never get bored of that sound. Never. We all know AMGs are events, but a lot of that is down to the V8s and the V8 noise, which you can hear right now. But this is a lot more than that. It really is. Now, some of you might know that the Porsche Cayman GT4 is my absolute favourite car, and that's because I really like precision. I love precision. I love just organic feeling, precise cars. And I'd heard amazing things about these. Obviously I'd watched Chris Harris rave on about them, say it's almost as good as a GT3 RS, which is about the biggest praise I think you could give any car. But spending some time in it today, it is just mega. You've not only got that incredible 4-litre twin-turbo V8, which makes all the right sounds, makes all the right cracks and pops and bangs, and oh. Not just one big lump of power, or it's not gutless down low, it's got so much torque. But on top of that, I mean, it's all very well having all that power and sound and whatever, but the chassis that it's bolted to is just perfect. We've got Cup 2 tyres on here, huge. I don't know what size they are. We're in South Bucks. The roads are terrible here. but it's not skipping across the surface to the corners. It's just turning in. And part of the amazing turning and precision of this car is down to the fact that it's actually got four-wheel steer. So a bit like that Alpina B7, that was incredible, and I just got used to it. When you jump back into a car that hasn't got it, you realise how much work the rear wheels are doing, even though they're only moving, what, 2 or 3 degrees. When you're in a corner, especially tighter corners, all I can describe it as is the back end. It feels like the back end initially is just wanting to come around, but it is coming around, but it's coming around because it's being aided around. So the rear wheels are turning into the skid effectively. So you get this really nice, suddenly the load in the corner comes off and the car just turns and goes. And now let's just talk about the cabin. Very special place to be. It's just beautiful in here. Everything is just lovely. There's a couple of nasty plastics, and I have to talk about that because this is the flagship. You know, this is a 150, 160 grand car. Now there's a couple of cheapish plastics on the steering wheel here, and down there the window buttons look like they're the same ones that were in the old Mercedes Vito van, but 98% of it is just beautiful. And things that are important, like the steering wheel itself, is just stunning. Wrapped in Alcantara, so you got loads of feel. Love an Alcantara steering wheel. Raz will show you how to clean one. But yeah, just everything. I did not think I would be this blown away by it. To me, it is a GT4 on steroids with a very good gearbox as well. I've not tried an AMG box that's as precise and responsive as this one. It really just changes, like, it's so fast. Look at that, that was almost down onto the red line there, no problems. I've never had an AMG box do that before. I don't know what AMG and Mercedes speak is for their boxes, but it's just a brilliant piece of kit. I mean, this out on track would just be mega. Wow, wow. Now we've got the optional track pack in here or something, I'm making that up, but it's like got the proper harnesses and the proper seats, and they're comfortable enough. They give you decent support. The harness helps with the support. I have to say though, the standard seats that are in the car that are in front of me, that Raz is driving, I actually prefer them. I think they offer just as much support and they're far more comfortable. They can be heated as well. So yeah, but then I want the cage. I love the cage and the drama in this car, and apparently you can't have them combined. Hats off to you, Mercedes. This is a product, and I think it's 150 odd grand. Probably this one's what, 165 with options, maybe 170. I don't know what you can spend on them option wise, but let's call it 150 grand car base. If you told me this was 250 grand, I would still be just as blown away. The plastic bits on the steering wheel would upset me a little bit more, but I would still think it was worth every penny of 250 grand for sure. For sure. If I won the lottery tonight, I'd go out and buy one of these. Raz, you're an absolute legend, man. I've followed you on Instagram for some time now and been very jealous of your AMG collection. But for you to reach out to me and meet me today and then give me the keys to your GTR in the same hour, it's just so generous of you, man. I really, really appreciate it. I'm overwhelmed by the chances and the offers I get from people like you and Tim or Shmi. Very lucky man. Very, very lucky man. And I'm not going to stop grinning for a while now. I'm really not. And silence. Firstly, I just want to say a big thank you to
very welcome, sir.
Mr. Raz. I'm sure this video is going to be really messy in the sense that I'm just going to be there pulling really silly faces. But that's what happens when you get behind the wheel of one of these, at least for the first few times, I'm sure. Mega car, and that's about it really. We're losing light, we're gonna head home, but I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. You wouldn't have, but yeah, anyway. Cool, thanks a lot for watching. Please subscribe, and remember to check all of Raz's social below, because yeah, the guy's just talented. He's got a sense of humour, and he's got a car collection like no other. Cool guys, take it easy, speak to you soon, bye. That was Sid in the SLS, if you hadn't guessed already. Wow, 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 wow.